while. So first, I'd like to apologize that somehow I have skipped the Elisa Masters event and I didn't upload the video. I think it's because I was 100% sure that it's gonna be a partner game, not a fantasy season game, or they might have moved it the last minute or whatever, and I didn't even bother to do a proper a wraparound about that, and I just picked the team on the first day, I think, when uh, it was announced, just pre-picked, and because I was expecting that Mouse is not going to do well anyway, and that it's probably time for Fury to do something, and Apex probably are the most stable team out of whoever was participating, and somehow it was a major hit, top 1%, fifth overall. Uh, if we look at the standings, then I was uh, pretty pretty big amount of points away uh, from the top three. But I think if I'd actually double check who is involved, I would definitely not pick Shuhi. And I think if we go and have a look at the groups that they had, I think that in this scenario, I would probably pick someone from Gamer Legion, and it still would be the same thing because like Fnatic for me was not an option. Havu, oh, Havu actually was a considerable pick. Gamer Legion was most likely the team I was gonna go for, and if I look at the points uh, and the actual games, who could have I afforded? Volt, yes, or maybe no. Snacks, definitely no. If we look at the rest of the game, Isak from Game Legion against Havu had a good run out, and versus Ans in the second game, he was down to 0.99. If Aka was not an option, Chaos most likely wasn't an option. I would have picked him, and I think I still would have made like 30-ish points, but I still don't think that would be enough for top three, to be honest. So it is what it is. I once again apologize, and hopefully I won't make this mistake in upcoming seasons. Whatever. So, uh, congrats to Furia and Furia enjoyers. And yeah, if you're curious, then here are my stats: fifth, 52 roll points, 40 on boosters. Yeah, so it is what it is. Now let's go on to the main course. BetBoom Dacha. Um, if we just look at the names, Group A is a easy breezy Wolf for Cloud9, and Group B, oh boy, Astralis debuted with the new Snake lineup. Furia after finally tasting victory. Spirit with the donk. Are they gonna donk on everyone? Who knows? VP versus Astralis. Uh, this is gonna look interesting. And Group B is a huge gamble, so I think I'm gonna pick my core from Cloud9, and that's what every sensible player should do. Let me just open this in a new tab and see if this is gonna be. Yep, Electronic is number one picked player, and Hobbit is number two, Perfecto number three. Um, basically almost 50% picked Electronic, but I think this might be a time where you skip Electronic and you go for Axile. Um, yes, Alec is doing great, but I think it might be a time for Axel to shine, and perhaps this is the time. Um, if we look at Perfecto or Hobbit or even Boomich pickup, then Perfecto is obviously the priority. Electronic can farm points, but again, I'm not a big fan of picking the most picked player, and I don't see Axel in top 10. So probably this might be a time when you actually can have a lock in on him, and Perfecto should be good enough as a support unit and as a clutch player. So um, now my filler player is gonna be Chiron, 197 for a guy with the 107 stats is pretty good. On the other side, I could have picked Zorte for 206, and that could have been also a great option. Um, Now on this side, um, is Fury a pickup a good pickup against Spirit? Um, I think yes, for two main reasons. Reason one, apparently they news that Art Frost is gonna be going somewhere else, and Shearer is gonna be taking his place after New Year's, I think. Donk right now, Spirit is basically relying on Donk supremacy, and that's how most of these games are. Zontix is a good player, but I'm not sure it's gonna be a great option. Chopper, easily the cheapest and potentially the most profitable player. However, if we look at the Furia players, Cello for 189 with Cello potential, it's a very good price, and I have 392k, which potentially gives me an option of picking Cello and Art or Fallen, even though I have some more some more left in me, let's say. But 189 is pretty good price for him. Um, However, if I actually want to take and let's try to put Xerato in there as my superstar player, and I have 192k here left. Uh, Not the worst option, but Xerato, thank you very much. A little bit too expensive right now. 207 for Yuri, and still I can't afford Perfecto, but I can fit in Hobbit and Boomage. Mm, do I really want to pick Hobbit? I don't know. 200k, is it actually worth of trying to go for Nafani or Siren? I don't know. Is it actually worth trying to gamble on BetBoom on the Dacha event? Um, Maybe. Can they upset? Yes, they can. Can they go all the way to the final and let's say play Fury or something like that? Yes, they can. And if they do, that's going to be very interesting. However, Cello, you can probably stick in my team. Yuri, uh, I want to pick Yuri, but at the same time, I'm not sure if it's worth it. And picking any of Spirit players is really questionable right now. Mm, Let me stick with my Perfecto pick. And 203k. Once again, me is an option. Jabi for 196, potentially yes. Stalin for 205, I don't know. And Fallen Art, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that from Group A is gonna be Cloud9 and BetBoom going through. So potentially picking two players from BetBoom team is not a bad option. Yes, they're gonna clash, but after that they potentially can play in the final, and this is what I'm going for. And this group is kind of have no clue what's gonna happen over there. Furia might go big or might go home, and Cello, I hope he does well, but if he doesn't, all my eggs are in the same basket in Group A. Um, I'm not sure if it's really like the best option, but with the current prices of let's say Blame F 231k, Stone 205, Stone is potentially a good pickup, but Hmm, not sure. So I gonna I gonna go with this. Hopefully, this gonna be a game changer. Um, Chiron support on Perfecto, Siren Headshot Machine, Cello. Uh, mm, I would love to give him entry frag, but right now Cello is not really the best option over here. In terms of who I think gonna win the whole event, um, let me just go with the predictions of the matchups, right? Game one, Cloud9 beats Game Legion. Game two, BetBoom beats MIBR, even though MIBR might be a sleeper pick. And if you let me just edit lineup. If you actually believe that MIBR is a viable option, then Safety 198k is very good pick, and Insani for 206 is also amazing pick. Those two players can can bring a lot of points together, and they are very cheap. If we're looking at the potential upset of a story, then MIBR versus BetBoom is probably a matchup of dark horses, right? Either of these teams can go very far. But on the other side, MIBR has a drop, and I know that majority of people really dislike drop. Um, so yeah, is it worth of for going like gamble Furia for like second final in a row? I don't know. I wasn't really impressed with the way they were playing. There was a lot of mistakes, but that was still enough to qualify for the final and and take down the whole event. Uh, Once again, Cloud9 probably best option in Group A. On the other side, Bad Boom, potential dark horse, and once again, I'm not gonna be surprised if Bad Boom, let's say, wins the whole event, or Cloud9 or Astralis, whatever. This is quite interesting event where anything can happen. Um, Let me see. Attacker, I don't know. Attack over here. Yes, Cello can go pretty big on attacking. So Um, now with the boosters. Yes. Yes. Perfecto against Game Legion. Is he gonna take a clutch? I'm not sure there's gonna be an option. Um, Definitely no. No. Mm, Probably yes. Siren against MIBR aim, but uh, actually yes. And yeah, this is my lineup. That's what I think of the event in general. And yeah, good luck and have fun.